Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, and welcome to the Saturday stream. Can we have an AV check? I had to abort the stream startup. I don't know if you noticed or not, but something was going really weird. OBS was freezing, so I had to kick it, well, kill it, and then start it again. And now it's fine. Go figure all that, eh? Makes no sense. Turn it off and on again, and it's fine. AV's good, right? Okay. AV's good, that's what matters.
Welcome back, Nutter.
The music was going bonkers. Yeah, the whole video was freezing. It was really weird. T-shirts broken, see restyle your t-shirt. T-shirt's fine, man. I don't know, Tommy. I don't know, mate. I don't know how long I'll be racing for today. I really don't feel fantastic at all. I've had a weird stomach bug for like nearly 48 hours now, and it's making my head just feel so weird. I can't focus very well. So if it turns into eye wreckage because of I can't focus, then I'll just stop racing and we'll do something else. The green screen's what? What's the green screen doing? It's playing with the train on the shirt. Oh, yeah. No, it's because it's green, isn't it? Yeah. I might have to change t-shirt to fix that one. Yeah, there's not, it's got green, because the train's green. Yes, Presley, I have got a weird stomach bug.
Hey, special delivery.
Thank you, Jules.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you, sir. GeForce, 15 months. It's always fun to watch this, the fun streams. Always eager to watch your streams along with the YouTube videos. Thank you, GeForce. No, I mean, I'm not going to race all day anyway. We're going to do some races. There's a race at 2, race at 4, race at 6. I don't know how many I'll do. And then we'll do something that I don't have to think about. Mr. Megaminer, I haven't checked my messages, Mr. Megaminer, because I've been out of it most of yesterday, but I'll have a look through, but sounds good. I think you have to get permission from your authorities, though, to do that. Lord Fifth with 8 months. Hope you get better. Stomachache is bad. Yeah, it's the way it's making my head feel, though, that's annoying me the most. But yesterday, it was like, I'd feel really hungry, and then I'd eat something, and then I'd just feel sick. And it's like, well, what do you want to do? Feel sick or feel hungry? There's a lot of hosts coming through. Jeff Faviano, LBDT Gaming Live. I just can't say his name. Mr. Quirk. Captain K-Man. Captain K-Man. And Neil J. Thank you for the host, guys. Snow Jesus for 15 months. Economist Industries with half a year. And Toran came with 8. Feel better soon. I'll try, but it's not what you can do, is there? Your wife also has a stomach bug. She was up till 4 this morning. So both of us only had about 3 hours sleep. Yeah, it's not fun, man. It's just not fun. Anyway, sorry I didn't stream yesterday. Yesterday was not a fun day at all. Yesterday had one thing that happened that was good, and everything else was just absolutely pants. I was actually very happy when yesterday finished, and I'm not even joking. No, you have to get permission to take a civilian in the cab with you, Mr. Megaminer, especially if they're filming. Thank you, Jules. You get the same problem for some days. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it'll go away. It's just, yeah. I don't know if you saw the pics. Like I say, yesterday I had, did some flying yesterday. Went to Southend solo. So I put the pics on Instagram if you didn't see them. But this was me at Southend. Lars MM. Welcome to the house, Lars. Thank you for your support. First sub of the day. Appreciate that. Did you get the new Trains in World DLC? Nope. They don't send me anything, Harm. I have to ask for it. So whatever. Like most dev companies, when they have something come out, they push keys to content creators to go, here you go. Dovetail's like, oh, if you want to ask for one. I don't get it. So yeah, I can't bother to keep track of it all. But yesterday I was in Southend. I flew solo into Southend International. So that was my first, like, what you might call proper flight. Doing it all on your own, into controlled airspace, into an international airport, and that was fun. Pretty stressful, but pretty fun. Skunk Rider, thank you for the bits. Netcode Saturday, here we come. So this was, I was parked up on the North Apron. And I just thought I'd take some pics. That was sat there for a while. Stobart Jet Center over here. There was a fire engine just came out of here. Don't know why. No, I didn't have any cameras with me yesterday. I had an awful day yesterday. So, let me explain what happened yesterday. Simpup, thank you for 21. It's getting close to the golden nut. Signed my contract for my new job this week. Can't wait to start. Good luck with that, Simpup. No, it's a hired aircraft. It's not my plane. Lars for 300 bits. Hope you get well soon. And good luck today. Cheers from Norway. Thank you very much, Lars. This was the Marshall that Marshall me in. So my flying lesson was at 10:30, okay? Which means I need to be at the school at 9:30 to plan my flight. Which means I need to leave my house at 8:30. At 9:45, I was sat on the sofa in my pyjamas, and the missus says to me, "Aren't you supposed to be leaving soon?" I went, "No, it's only at 1:30, the flying." She went, "No, it's at 10:30. I went, "No, it's at 1:30. She went, "No, I'm sure it's 10:30. I saw it in the calendar." I said, "If it's 10:30, I'm screwed." They were my exact words. And then sure enough, we looked and it was 10:30. I got mixed up with Monday lesson. So 9:45, I'm supposed to be there 15 minutes ago. And I'm sat in my pajamas. Not shaved. That's how my day began. So but that wasn't the end of it. So I got dressed quickly, brushed my teeth, got my flight gear, jumped in the car, got Mrs. Squirrel to phone the flight school and say, "I'll be there at 10:30, which I would have done. Except when I got 1 mile from the airfield, the road that goes there was closed for resurfacing. So basically, the airfield is essentially a triangle like that, right? And coming in, the road goes left and it goes right. And this entrance in here, this road here, was closed. The only other way is on this road. And to get to this road, you have to drive 10 miles like that. Go all the way around the country roads to get to it. And you can better believe the traffic was absolutely horrendous. There was just chaos on the roads. So I'm sat there just in my car going, I don't believe this is happening. Of all the days to close the road, you do it today. It was, so I eventually got there at 10:30. Sorry, 11:30 I got there. So I had a 10:30 flight booked, should have been there at 9:30, got there at 11:30. You can imagine what kind of state I was in at this point. I didn't feel well because of my stomach bug. I hadn't slept very well. And I was just like, I got in and my instructor went, "Have a cup of tea and just calm down." He says, "It's fine. There's no rush. You've got the plane till 3:00. Just have a cup of tea and calm down." I was like, it was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. So anyway, he said to me, look, he said, "Oh, obviously you were booked to go to Norwich, which is obviously quite a long flight." He said, "I think you might be better off just going to Southend if you want to do that." He said, "You can fly solo if you want, or I can go with you." He said, "It's up to you. I think you're more than ready to go solo." And I said, "No, let's do solo." I said, "Southend's fine." Because Southend is literally like a 20-minute flight. It's nothing. Because I've got the plane till 3. He said, "Just have the plane back by 3:00 and we'll be fine." So yeah, I planned the flight and flew to Southend. Now, you think that's the upside of the day right there. So it was already bad, then it had a little up bump, and then it started to go back down again, my day. So what happens next? I get to Southend, I'm sat here, take some photos, like, woo, look, Southend, Marshallah, plane's coming in next to me. So I'm sat here, and then my phone starts buzzing. And in the family WhatsApp group, I start to see pictures of water coming through my kitchen ceiling. Whilst I'm sat in the plane, on the North Apron, pictures of water coming through the kitchen ceiling. I'm sat there just going, what? What is going on today? Mr. Kinducci, thank you for the host, mate. So my wife's texting me going, there's water coming through the kitchen ceiling. And she's showing me pictures of it all over and I'm sat there going, I can't do anything. There's nothing I can do. So I quickly phone her up because I've got like 20 minutes here. I quickly phone her up. She says, yeah, it's coming through from the bathroom, blah, blah, blah. It seems to have stopped now. So obviously it wasn't a leak. It was just water coming through from somewhere, maybe when the son had a shower or whatever. And I said, look, I've got to fly back now. There's nothing I can do. I've got to fly back now. There's nothing I can do, is what I say to my wife. So I start the plane, do all my checks, call up tower, start taxiing. I get to about here. Now, this is runway 23, right? There's a Flybe plane in front of me. I think there's an EasyJet coming in on final. I'm right here in the aircraft taxiing. I'm right here, and my phone starts to ring. It's the wife phoning me whilst I'm taxiing a plane. Getting ready to take off. She's phoning me. Like, what part of I'm about to go flying do you not understand? Just absolutely mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. So I just pressed the button to drop the call. I'm like, we're not doing this. Yeah, at this point you think, the day is conspiring against me. So I taxi a bit further down. So actually the holding point is here. So I taxi to about there. Spin it around, do my power checks. This guy just he just punches out of here. And then I call up tower and say, you know, ready for departure, ready to copy my clearance. And he tells me to hold, and then gives me my clearance. Basically says, you know, I have to depart runway 23, VFR, heading initially for Southwood and Ferrers, not above 1,500 feet. So I'll read all that back, and he says, read back correct. And then he says, and then I hear that this jet's coming in on final, and he says to me, are you ready to depart immediately? And I said, yes. So there's like these red lights on the bar. There's like a stop bar, it's called. There's some red lights flashing. They go off, so I know he's literally just clearing me. So off I go, punch it, Chewy, get out of there, and fly all the way back. Just close my iRacing page like a boss. Fly all the way back to Earlscone, land it, great flight, and then get home to the water damage problem. At this point, oh, and also, did I tell you I had the kitchen floor latexed, right? So the kitchen floor has been like leveled because it was all over the place. So they've come in and latexed it, and these cowboys who've latexed it have basically done not a great job. So it's level, but in the middle, it now rises like that by about 3 or 4 millimeters. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's enough so that the kitchen fitter says, well, we can't tile over that because it'll just rise. So we get this guy to come back, this flooring guy, and he was supposed to come on Monday. He decided to randomly turn up yesterday, and I wasn't there, so Mrs. Squirrel had to deal with it all. And this guy is just not listening. He's just denying it. He's going, no, it's level. I showed your husband. And she's going to him, no, we know it's level at either side. The problem is you've got a rise here where you've put too much latex down. It needs to be sanded down. And he's just going, well, I've done multi-million-pound projects, you know, and there's nothing wrong with my foot. He's going, no, it rises up, she's saying to him. And she's getting really, really wound up with him because obviously there's water's just come through the ceiling. She's not having a great day. And this guy is just sitting there going, it's fine, governor. And in the end, she just says to him, give me your number and just get out. She literally threw him out the house. She was so, like, hardcore raging at this point. So he's just denying all responsibility, and I'm now looking at how I can deal with the floor myself. Like, I'm looking at hiring something to flatten the floor. It's just honestly. It's just, so I got home to that. So she's raging. There's water damage. I have to rip the bathroom side panel off. There's water's gone round the back of the bath, hit the woodwork, gone down, hit the kitchen ceiling, gone through there, and I had to go and deal with that last night, and I was not in a great place, so I had to cancel the stream. Yeah, it was just a terrible day, one of the worst days of the year, definitely. Stevie, sorry you had a bad day yesterday. Here's some bits to start the stream. When there's a down, there's always an up. Dude, 3,000 bits, Stevie. Thank you very much. That's very super kind of you, mate. Thank you very much, Stevie. So, yeah, that was my day. So I just sat on the sofa last night after I dealt with the bath and talked about the floor with her, and we start texting him, and it's just, I said, look, it's not going to go anywhere. You know, he's not going to come back. He's not going to fix it. We're going to have to find a different solution. Let's just watch this film. Let's watch a film and chill out. At 11:15 last night, I said to her, I actually just want this day to end. Oh, God. Sorry to bore you with that one. Jace Meister, thank you for a year. Year anniversary. Love the vids. Thank you, Jace. My scumbag table went rip, Jules. I don't know what you mean. Scumbag table went rip. Is there a way to get a free trial of iRacing? Don't think so. Don't think there's a free trial. Roadwolf with 32 months and many more to come. Thank you, Roadwolf. And welcome back to Joel. Did I have any more hosts I missed? Yes, Kinducci I got. So yeah, fun times, guys. Fun times. Can we sign up for the race yet? No. Let's just sign up for qualifying. Let's just do a few laps and get warmed up. Drive ATS for crying out loud. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. You like story time?
Happy anniversary.
Well,
Nutter.
you know, I like to think that you guys, you know, don't feel that I'll cancel a stream, you know, because I can't be bothered, you know. I think I'll just not bother today. You know, I just had a terrible day and I just could not deal with the stream. I had to deal with the bathroom, I had to deal with the missus, and I had to deal with myself, and I felt sick, you know. It was not fun. Mr. Wackaday, the first of another 5 years. Oh, unbelievable Wackaday, thank you. 61 months. Why are we on that? The volume's on. All good. You love Squirrel Storytime, Custard. Lol. So yeah, next week, hopefully, if the weather permits, I'll fly solo to Norwich.
Nutter.
And that's the other thing, is yesterday, I had all the cameras ready to take with me to flying school. I had all the cameras. I was going to film my flight. And then by the time all that happened, I had no time to set cameras up. So what was actually a cool flight to Southend and back, I didn't get to record any of it. And it would have been a great video. Yeah, I'm trying to rest, Presley, but you know, it's tricky, man. I can't just phone up my boss and go, I don't feel well.
Oh,
Brian
yeah,
Cree, welcome back. Lord Reaper. 1.5 years with the Master Nutter, and here's something to cheer you up. Here's 2 years. Thank you, Lord Reaper.
Happy anniversary. Nutter.
JNSON, so that was a good day for you yesterday, lol. My dad wasn't much better, as it was on a funeral. Well, funerals are never fun. Volley flying videos. I want to do Wackaday on it. I so wish I could have got yesterday's video, because it would have been, it was perfect. It was only a 15-minute flight there, but it's just full of, it's packed with like a very busy ATC and some great comms, you know? You lost your nut, J Reindeer. No worries.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't deal with mice in my car right now, Mr. Case. It's not going to happen. I'm wound up enough without stress of that. I meant to say my tablet, rip. Ah! Jules, you put a space after fail? Is Dre around? Dreyfus? Mr. Dre, if you're around, might want to consider removing spaces between the brackets just in case. Probably unlikely to happen, but worth doing it. Little space strip. Alright, let's see if I can get my head into some kind of racing mindset. But yeah, well, I don't know how long I'll race for. As long as my brain can keep up, and then I'll play something more relaxing. I'm in a relaxing mood today after this. You haven't tried 132 yet? Well, it's on a public beta now, so you should be able to. Try out 132. I made that video and I think it came out like the day after or something. So of course in the video I'm saying you can't get this yet, and then the day after, boom, it comes out. So it was actually pretty good timing. But it still confused some people. They were like, yeah, you can get it. Like, no, you couldn't get it when I recorded the video. Some people think when they watch a video, it's just been done. A little bit too early on that. Wait a sec. I haven't started up a bunch of apps here. Let's see, crew chief. Have you driven on the new roads, Al Phillips? Are you talking about ETS or ATS? Crew chief's had another update.
Spotter radio check. Can you hear me? Radio check.
Oh my god, everything's updating. Everything's updating. What's going on? Is that all of it? Okay, I think we're good to go. Jules! Looks like a bad day like me. Yep, it really was, Jules. You've had 20 power brownouts in the last week. Oh my god. That's a lot. Yeah, the thing about power outages is like there's no warning, is there? It just goes. Living on the edge. Cat Straight, a good morning, sir. Don't know why I went to second. Cat, you just missed my story of yesterday. And pictures and stuff. But you've seen the pictures anyway. But you missed the story.
New fastest lap for Alvarez, 139.7.
Do I have relatives in St Helens? I do. Not many. One of my brothers is just moving up to Standish, you know, near Wigan. The other one lives in Billinge. It's technically not St Helens.
P8.
Yeah, I was just telling people about my rubbish day yesterday. And how I got mixed up with my flying lesson time. And the panic that ensued after that. Yeah, I changed from the F1 wheel to the GT wheel just to try it. See which one I prefer.
The leader has just done a 138.4.
I dare flying beats a good day of working. True. That was honestly though the only thing good that happened yesterday was that flying. The only thing.
Sector 2 is 1.4 seconds off the pace.
Yeah, but Quantum, that would mean like not many people have 3 screens to watch back on, and the bandwidth would be triple what it is now. So that's asking quite a lot. Same reason you don't stream in 4K, because that would be 4 times the bandwidth. Does Fanatec have distributors in the US?
Left side.
Wow.
You are clear on the left.
Situational awareness, 0. I don't know if they have US distributors. They have a US warehouse. Yeah, there you go. They probably do. They're not going to ship individual orders from Germany. That would be too expensive.
Sector 2's a second off the pace.
Hello, Strimmer Kappa. What internet speed do I have to stream? About 20 up. And I'm streaming at what, 6 up? So to do triple would be like on the edge.
That's your quickest lap.
Lars, going well today, I see. Honestly, Lars, if I get like trashed on the grid, I'm just gonna close the game and do something else.
Sector 1 is 0.2 off the pace.
Urban Jack, good afternoon, thanks for 3 months. Oh yeah, Mons is a very quick track. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. It'll be a while before I'll be in Mr. Gibbons' split though.
6th place. That's your fastest lap. That last lap was at 1:39.9.
Yeah, I've done combat aviation before. The problem is, Miles Gaming, the problem with combat aviation streaming is it's very, very viewer disorienting. Because your head is like all over the place looking for other planes and stuff. Like it's hard for a viewer to understand what's going on.
You were 10th off the pace in sector 1.
Jules, I sort of fixed my laptop. Sounds good, Jules. Need draft, what do you mean? Could I fly to Insomnia? In theory, you can fly to Birmingham International. I don't know if they have... I don't know if they have an apron for GA or what the landing fees are. But the main problem is I don't have a plane.
Sector 3 is 0.3 off the
I'd have to
pace.
borrow a plane for the weekend and fly it up there and park it. And the biggest problem is the weather, like, because I can only fly VFR, so if the weather is not going to be clear both on the day when I go and the day when I want to come back, I can't even make it happen.
You're 10th off in sector
Lord
1.
Reaper! Also, Squirrel, one of my cousins is getting married today. Oh dear. Does that make you feel old?
Sector 2 is 0.1
Ooh,
seconds
got a
off the
little too
pace.
hot on that. Ouch.
No, Paul. Track limits.
Last Friday
Come
there
on.
was a
This lap
twister
will
in
be deleted.
Chelmsford. Only lasted a few seconds, but I didn't even see that. Can you fly with passengers on your plane? Not while I'm a student, no. It's interesting how that happened. I think I've got too much steering input going on for that much throttle. That's the problem. I didn't straighten it off enough. So once you've got your license, then you can fly with passengers as long as you're not charging money. It's a private license, not a commercial. If you got your PPL, can't you just fly any plane in theory? Yeah, you can jump in a 777. Now, Baz, it entitles you to fly a single-engine piston. If it's wildly different, like it has another engine or a different kind of engine, like a jet, then obviously you need a completely different type of license.
Anniversary matter.
All clear. Push now.
Actually, I should be able to register. Let's go and register for the race. And then I don't forget to do that. Save up for a Spitfire.
Welcome
Actually,
back.
my flying school has a... Is it what is that, a tiger moth or something? I'll have a look later. They have a World War II type plane. I can't remember what it is though. But you can do like trials in it and things like that. And I think somebody was saying it burns 60 litres of fuel an hour. 60 litres of fuel an hour it burns. My Robin burns 25. Like, what? That's a lot of fuel. What games do I plan on playing? I don't know, man. I'm going to do this for as long as my stress levels can handle it. And then I'll probably rage quit and play something more fun. Your car only has a 30-litre tank. What? Are you sure it's a car? Right. We're in the practice session for the race now. What do I think of the Netherlands? I've only been there a few times. Quite enjoyed it. You live relatively near Biggin Hill and a typhoon just flew over. Yeah, they're really, really noisy. Very, very noisy. I don't know, Quantum. I don't know if I played Red Dead Redemption 2. I played the first one. I didn't stream it, but I played the first one. It's a radical GS. Squirrel Logistics, I did the convoy form on Sunday. I haven't heard anything back yet. Just wondering when will I know if I'm in or not. So after the closing date, Squirrel Logistics, which is on the 24th, I can't remember the closing date, 24th or something. I can't remember. After that, we look through the applications, split things up, and then you'll get an email.
Fastest lap for car 139.1.
So just kick back and relax for now. Cost you 1,000 NOK. How much is 1,000 NOK? Cost me 1,000.
Exit's clear. Push.
I don't know, JNS. Why? What's happening? Baz, I was referring to single engine prop. But why isn't there something like plane sharing? There is. You fly a plane to Birmingham and someone else takes it from there. Oh, I see. That doesn't really work with planes. You can get into a flying club like what Cat Straits is in, where you join a club, you pay a deposit, whatever, and they've got one or more aircraft, and then you all kind of share them. That's arguably the best way of doing it. The problem with that, Baz, is relocation of planes and stuff, and hangar and apron fees and blah 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 blah. There's just too many variables though.
That's a new fastest lap for car 139.0.
Is a play hard to fly? Nope, it's hard to land. Coffee Swede, welcome to the Net House. Thank you for your support. I'm not sure why the notification didn't come through, Coffee Swede. Driving a radical, baby. They're pretty fun. Apparently they have like a motorbike engine in them. Like a superbike engine. Well, I've been studying for my license just over a year. You can do it quicker, of course. Depends how you, what kind of a life you have to fit it around.
New fastest lap for car 138.7.
Like if he was like me, flying more or less once a week, it takes a while, you know, because you've got to do a minimum of 48 hours of flying, some of which has to be solo. You've also got 9 exams to study for. That's come down to 8 now. You got to book the plane in. The weather's got to be on your side. You know what I mean? Like if you book a lesson in every week, there's going to be weeks when the weather's just not there for you, and then you've missed a week.
0.3 off the pace.
But if you're like trying to get in the aviation industry as a pilot, you can just full-time study it. You can do it so much faster. So yeah, you fit it around your life basically. And it also depends on personally how quick you can learn and pick things up. That was absolutely pants.
Sector 1 is 0.1 off the pace.
The first solo, I just remember the first solo is pretty pretty intense. But when you land, it's just amazing. It's actually the Radical car is actually free car on iRacing, and it's a whole lot of fun. Mr. Yield, I don't know what you mean.
140.3. You're currently 1.6 seconds.
Flying is
off the
much
pace.
different than when I came up. I spent 4 years as an instructor prior to getting my first corporate job. Now people fast tracking the right seat. Yeah, because there's a shortage of pilots, so they're fast tracking things, aren't they?
Sector 1 is 0.1 off the pace.
Well, I'm pretty quick through Sector 1. I think it's 2's where I struggle. Here.
Sector 2 is 1.1 off the
See,
pace.
that's one. I'm like 0.1 off the pace in Sector 1. Sector 2, I'm 1.1 off the pace. Like, I'm really not quick through there at all, compared to some people. Some people can definitely get through that chicane quicker than I do. Right, qualifying will be in 10 minutes.
That's your fastest lap today. That was 140.1.
I need to cut the middle part. I can't work out if I just need to enter the first turn a bit sharper in order to straighten the chicane out. I need to see somebody else go through it and try and pay attention to the line a bit.